Okay, so we got the horses in, and I want to show you something that you won't see very often. We don't see it very often. How can you tell if the horse is cold? Watch his muscles. So he is cold. But we're going to get him warmed up. The temperature here in Georgia is not very cold, but the rain was so heavy last night that it went all the way through to their skin. In my opinion, there's no such thing as a truly waterproof blanket. Even if you blanket them with a titled waterproof blanket, the water still can get in through their neck and around their legs. So when they're shivering like that, just like humans, they're cold. What's going to warm these guys up? They're eating some nice hot soaked beet pulp and some feed right now, but truly what will warm them up is the hay. This horse has got a nice bag of alfalfa hay waiting for him. I'm going to take you around and show you some of the other horses so you can see what it's like, what they look like when they're cold. And they're all different. Some of these guys, they can just take it, and others, they cannot. So Jax is 24. He's always been one to get cold quickly. Usually he gets blanketed in the wintertime if it's freezing or below and there's heavy wind. This is a 4-year-old Appaloosa Queen. She's cold. And again, that's because the rain went all the way to their skin. And it rained hard last night, and it rained for hours. I still feel good about our decision about leaving them out in a pasture where there are hardly any trees. So if any trees came down with the heavy winds, they would not be harmed. It's a strong fence line with hot wire. They have a nice bottom area with a nice safe tree line with cypress and privet and an oak tree. So they were fine in that pasture. So I still feel good about my decision in case a tornado hit us. It's a pretty good structure, our barn. Scott reinforced the roof about 2 years ago, but still I feel good about our decision. We knew we could bring them in the morning and get them warmed up with some hay and some nice soaked beet pulp. It's nice and warm. It's like having a bowl of oatmeal. Fleur is cold. We'll see if her father is cold. Boone is a little bit cold. You see up there on his hindquarters. He's a little bit cold. This horse is so hardy and tough, but he is approaching 22 years of age. He's a little bit cold. And let's see, this is the cat that everybody wants to see, by the way. And even young Boss, who is a pretty hardy little fellow, is a little bit cold. He's shivering a little bit. And I really believe that's because of the force of the rain last night getting through all the way to their skin. It was hard, heavy rain. Our arena is completely full of water, even though I emptied the drains last night. So once they eat this and they get eating on their hay, you'll see a difference in 30 minutes. These horses will not be shivering anymore. Every horse also has a cooler, which is a blanket that's very much like a towel. I have them in these bags hanging on their stall fronts. So if any of them get real cold, we can just put these on them. They're not meant to keep them warm. They're meant to absorb the water, and they're shaped just like a regular horse blanket or horse sheet with those straps and everything. But it's more of a cotton, more of a absorbent material. So it's more like a towel, and it's called a cooler. So you put it on the horse for about 30 minutes and then take it off, and it'll absorb a lot of the water off of the horse. Yeah. So it's about 30 minutes after we brought the horses in, and you can see that nobody's shaking anymore. He has rolled. He loves to roll when he's wet. No more shaking. They've eaten their food, and they're working on the hay. And like I said before, the hay is going to warm them up from the inside out. Creates a little furnace inside their digestive system. They are getting after that hay. So no more shaking. So if your horse is cold, hay is the answer. think she's just cleaning up her food. She's not shaking anymore. And that's it. This is what it looked like this morning when we got up and looked out the window. You can see the tremendous amount of water just rolling down in rivers. My arena is more than 2/3 full of water, even though I emptied the drains after test dragged it so it would drain well. But there are 4 of the horses right there, and we are about to bring them in. Any comments, questions, let me know.